So, an African American lady on this app, I was watching it last night, after I had my good old manic clean, and I'm still in a bad mood because the hits just keep on coming. Hey, astrology, when is life going to get better for Leos? Because right now, this Leo is ready to go to jail. But anyway, speaking of jail, let's talk about the Real Housewives. Apparently, the New York cast, at least some of them, are going to E, not to Bravo. They changed the name of it to Golden Years or Golden Girls, which is quite fucking funny because they all was old as fuck. Like I believe Ramona is in her 60s. Kelly Ben Simone is probably maybe 50. Same thing with Luann. Sonia's probably teetering towards late 50s, early 60s, but I believe Ramona is the oldest. So those are the four that were, oh yeah, that's right. And Jill Zarin, who we know is all bored anyway because Bobby passed away, who seemed like the best part of her. Like, you know, when you feel, it's funny because I just watched a whole story time of a lady who says feeling energy through like devices and shit like that. And it's just like, I don't think Jill Zarin was ever a good person. And for what she did to Bethany, I'm not shocked. But then also now Bethany Frankel is sort of has yucky energy as well. Like I used to really like her. And now I'm just like, I just find her just as insufferable as everybody else does. But, someone mentioned how racist they were to Ebony K. Williams, I believe that's her name. She used to be, I think she's a lawyer, or she used to be on like political newscastings or something like that. I don't really know much about her, and I didn't really watch that season in full because I felt like they fell off once Bethany left again. It started getting really boring. I feel like they were pulling castmates out of their ass. Leah was just like a crazy person who they put on who, I don't know, didn't she like live in a 1-bedroom apartment and have like a curtain as a bedroom or something like that, which really showcased New York living and the fact that not all of them should be rich or present as rich. But anyway, I digress. Apparently Ramona was very discriminatory, and I did kind of get that sense that she never liked Ebony, and that apparently Ramona said some crazy things like, why would you add a black person here? And apparently she dropped the N-word and was very nasty to the people behind her scenes. You know, typical I think I'm bigger than the actual program bullshit. And I can see that from Ramona because remember how I believe it was Bethany or somebody else called her like the great apologizer, like she did fucked up shit, and then all of a sudden she'd be like, oh, now I realize you don't broke it down to me like I'm a little special ed kid, that I did something wrong. And it's just like, girl, you know you racist. You know what you said was wrong. And I was thinking about that because I love the New York cast. I never heard about this. And I've never heard that Ebony K. Williams had to actually do a whole report with her. And that's maybe that's one of the reasons why they flipped the cast. Because I remember after that season, they like Andy cleaned house. And then he brought these other chicks in, which I never watched. I think I watched one episode and I was just like, nah, this is not what's up. You can't reboot a franchise and change everyone. Like he got rid of everyone. There wasn't a single person from the cast. So, and then also I do remember the Luann blackface thing. I remember that was a Halloween party. And I remember that's when, Bethany and the journalism lady started beefing. That was that season, and they ended up not being friends anymore. And she came in blackface, and she claimed it was spray tan, and she said she was Diana Ross and wore a wig and shit like that. I do remember that. That, I feel like, was definitely racist and tone deaf, but that was typical Luann, because remember when she said she was Native American, and she did the woo, 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 woo at the table, and I'm just like, what kind of Native American are you to do something like that? Like, what? It's just like, but that's what made the show good, though. I'm not saying that I support racism. By all means, it is disgusting. It takes lives, all the rest of that. But the ignorance of these privileged people, and I don't know if Luann is full-blooded Native American or whether she just has like a scooch or enough. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't have enough. Can't you like get a check from like the federal government if you have like more than 12% or something like that? But either way, I don't think she's full Native American. She never discussed her tribe and all the rest of that stuff. Those details have never been known to anyone, I don't think. Someone can educate me more. But that is a valid point. If the show was canceled due to the report of Ebony K. Williams and the fact that Andy can't control, like we all know, the pipeline from housewives to either like jail and all this other crooked shit, something is going on in Bravo that I don't understand, because I just looked at the whole, I also saw a video about what's her name, the lady from Potomac, who has like, they had like 67 debit cards and shit like that. There's some sort of like negative aura. And I could see, because I just, funny enough, while I was thinking about making this video, I just saw a video from Bethany saying she's not going back. And I get it, because it does seem like a very toxic environment, very draining. They're all older. It's stressful. You got cameras in your face fucking 24/7, I'm sure, up your ass, in the crack. And it's not a life I would want to fucking live. But that is a valid point. If we watch this and support this and it gets multiple seasons, we are putting money in the hands of racists. Because if you do those actions and you never apologize, like I've never seen anything publicly apologize for Luann, that blackface moment. Even I think the reunion, she sort of like brushed over it. Like I said, I'm from New York City. So I even worked on one of their reunions. I think it was season 5 I was a PA for that. And I don't think she ever publicly apologized for that. I don't know if Ebony K. Williams ever got an apology from Ramona. So it's just like, whoa. And then Kelly Ben-Simone, we all know that she's 2 schools. And then she looks like, I'm going to say, this might be a millennial thing or people who know horror movies. But Kelly Ben-Simone's face. I know we're not supposed to criticize other women. But if you ever seen that movie, God, what the fuck is this? A Stephen King's movie. And it's cat people. And the people like, it's this girl. She goes, what the fuck is the name of this? Hold on a second. Let me Google this. Hold on. Turning my computer around. The name of the movie was Sleepwalkers. Yes, I remember this movie. And you see this guy's face. And I'm trying to look for the this lady. Kelly Ben-Simone looks like this lady. This was this dude's mom. And they had some weird, like weird relationship. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can use that word on TikTok, but basically they were do each other. Like, you know what cats do. And her face looks like this lady's face in the movie when she turns into the fucking cat. When she turns into like the cat demon person, like you see the structure of the face. And I'm sitting here wondering, like, who touched her fucking face until it's beyond the Mar-a-Lago face. It is beyond. It's just like sucked in like that. And I'm just like, oh shit. Oh, who's your surgeon, girl? You need your money back. But anyway, yes, like the point I'm trying to make is that I forgot about all this. Like, I know I always talk about how funny we forget, but as soon as she said that, I was like, oh yeah, she's right. Luann did do that. And that other stuff about Ebony K. Williams, I just think I just stopped watching it. So I never heard about that. But the fact that if she's running around using the N-word and everything else, why is any network allowing this woman to get on TV? You see how the entertainment business is? They do not care about people of color. Because what is that? You're sitting there telling me that you're allowing this woman who was harassing another black woman that the network chose to put on due to her success and her status because she felt like a franchise, hold on, in New York fucking City did not need an African-American castmate. So you trying to say that all wealth is only held in New York City by white people? Like, that kind of changes my mind because I was really excited to see this cast come back, and I would hope that they can get someone like Dorinda and Bethany because Dorinda is the ultimate crasher. I love Dorinda. That whole, she gets drunk and she starts losing her mind. It's like she was one of my favorite crash outs on that show. Her and Bethany are just provers, just like, you push women too far, they will crash out and they will just insult you until you can't even breathe from the insults. But the whole point is that is a valid point. We have to stop supporting, especially in this country, in this current time, and the tone deaf of it, racist entertainment from people who have malice in their actions.